Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot and we are back playing a little bit more Minecraft Creative Dinosaurs, and I have finally updated Fossils and Archeology, the mod that was making our dinosaurs sit down and refuse to move. Now, I have updated it, but they're not moving. I'm a little worried that it doesn't apply to dinosaurs already in the park. I haven't done anything since the last episode, I've not even logged on. So what we're going to do, very quickly, is go over here and make it so the Dilophosauruses, my lovely little Dilophosauruses, who are currently standing up, can't escape out. Everyone shouted at me, like, BestInSlot, they can all get out. I'm like, no, they can't get out, chill guys, because, you know why they can't get out? Because there was a bug where they had to sit down automatically. And I knew that. I'd planned for that from the start. So, yeah, basically. Shut up. You're wrong. All part of the plan. All part of the plan. Would I lie to you guys? I don't think I would. No, I don't think I would. So, let's just make this so nobody can get out. I mean, they may jump over a tree or something over here, but honestly, if they do that, they deserve to escape anyway. I'm not going to stop them. If they can break out, they deserve to be happy. Now, people are having a little bit of an issue with me. People, maybe I'll just put it down here. I don't like the look of this. We'll see if you can spot it very easily from the side. It's probably okay, to be honest. You can barely tell. I'll probably move it at some point, but I can't bother. People keep having a go at me because I mix up fossils and archaeology and Jurassicraft all the time, and I know I do it, but I don't care. Who cares? Until the makers of the mod lambast me vigorously, I don't care, to be honest, guys. I'm sorry. They're very similar mods in many ways. They're both dinosaur mods. That's the key focus here. I believe this is Fossils and Archaeology, and I believe the other one is Fossils and Archaeology. I believe the Jurassicraft... see, that may be the wrong order. I'm not even sure right now. I believe the Jurassicraft version of this... the Dilophosaurus is a more realistic interpretation. Now, people are already having a problem with that as well. My plan is basically... let me fix this. To have multiple exhibits. And this one, because they are sort of Jurassic Park looking creatures, why would we not make a Jurassic Park looking exhibit at the end of the day, you know? I am trapped inside a vehicle. This is how Nedry felt, right here, there we go. Okay, so, I'm going to give this another go, now that I've remembered how things work. So we're going to do that. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get some glowstone dust. This is another thing! People gave me loads of you were helpful and actually told me what I had to do, what I was doing wrong when I was trying this last episode. But then loads of people just told me to do the thing I'd already been doing. Like, just watch the video, guys. Shift, right click. There we go. That's what I needed to do. That is the problem I was having. I didn't shift, right click. Right, what does that look like at night time? Midnight. It's fine. That's about all I've got to say on it, really. It's fine. We might do this every now and again. I want some... do I want light in that? I don't. I like that, the moonlight. It's pretty. You take it home to meet your mum. I'm going to leave that like that. I'm fine with that. If they escape, they deserve to escape. I will at some point move the fence back beyond the hill. But I can't bother. Okay, let's move on. Daytime. We're going to start... no, what are we doing today? Oh, I actually don't know what we're doing today. I was going to say we're going to start working on the aquatic exhibit, but we're not. That's not the plan. We're going to make a building, right? And I didn't plan this episode in the slightest. I think we're just going to start the aquatic thing. And that'll take a couple episodes anyway. And after that, we can make a couple of buildings. And then we'll have a better sense of sort of the direction of the park. I think this is the stage where it's going to start heading in that kind of direction over there. So the first thing we need to do is make this island into a bit of an island. So we're going to level it out over here. What is that? Okay, nothing spooky. And we're going to kill all the land in this region here. So I need my axe of doom. We need to fly into this direction. Yeah, that'll do. Set. 0. Chow. That was not quite as effective as I was hoping. The idea is just to make this an actual island. At the moment, it's kind of connected to each other, which is pretty and lovely, I'm sure, but not what we're aiming for. I want an island. I want it to stand alone, you know? None of this little bridginess going on, you chap. Let's get some water in there, level that out a little bit since I'm destroying the entire... Oh, no, that's wrong. I need a bucket. I need a bucket. I need an adult. Okay. I just got mildly confused. It's fine. Let's just get rid of that. There we go. There we go. That's much easier for me to interpret. There we go. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Voluptuous lake. That's what I like in my lakes. Voluptuity. We're going to have to block this in. This right here. This cannot be allowed to be alive. Sorry, little pond. You can stay like that. I don't care about that, buddy. But you just... I don't care where you go, but you can't stay here, basically. Now, we're going to clear out a little bit of room. It's a big-ish project, this. It's probably not, like... If I had to put it in an estimate, bigger than the Dilophosaurus project, smaller than Tyrannosaurus. We also need to block in this area here. Well, do we? Yes, but we'll do it in a minute. What I'm thinking is, basically... I want you to be able to get on a boat here, maybe, and like go down the river at some point. I don't know if that's what we're going to do here, but I don't want to rule it out. But I believe the boats sit completely on top of the water if you use a float block. So it doesn't actually matter that much if we're building under the ground, like a little gate, metal thingamajiggy to keep whatever we put in here. Let's just get rid of some of this sand, make it a little less beachy looking. So the idea, if you haven't been keeping up to date, because we've mentioned this billions of times by now, is basically you're going to come across on that side over there, on the minecart, you're going to curl around the nice little island, see if you can spot the creature from, you know, from the top of the water, kind of like a little Loch Ness monster hunt, and then it's going to go under the water. I've not really tried this out before, the under the water bit, but I'm a genius, so what could possibly go wrong, quite frankly. So let's just make this a little bigger. It's going to have to be fairly sizable little island. I kind of want it to be fairly flat as well. That is a big ass snake right there. Not the first time I've heard that. I'm so sorry. I've had a haircut. I'm feeling good. It lends itself to bad comments. What can I say? That's probably my justification. That is my justification. It may not be a good justification, but it's the one I'm going with. Okay, let's get a good bird's eye view of this. I think we're going to have to get rid of some of the trees, because I hate trees. But if we pull this out just to about that way, I just want it to be a nice shape, an islandy shape. You know, if it was Hawaii... No. Trying to find a joke there. Couldn't find it. Never mind. It's going to happen, folks. When you're trying to pop out this British wit every 5 seconds, sometimes there's going to be failures. I think we're just going to flatten it. But then it kind of loses its islandy charm. I don't know. The problem if it's not flattened... Let me just think. Meow, right. We have to get rid of some of these trees. This tree has to die. The ones on the very edge have to die. They're too edgy for me. What can I say? No. The ones on the edge have to die just because that's where the minecart is going to be. The minecart is going to go around the edge of the island. So we're going to have to knock this all in a little bit and probably get rid of this tree as well. Nobody likes trees anyway. My gran says she likes trees, but she's lying to me. Like always. Okay. Lovely jubbly, lovely jubbly. Somebody's going to get really irate about that and comment and tell me that they love trees so much and the trees are vital to our ecosystem. No, they're not. I'm sure they're not somehow. We'll find an alternative. Rabbits. Rabbits are a man-made alternative to trees. Anyways, I'm going to stop talking rubbish and just destroy a bit more nature. Okay, we're going to have to clear this out as well a little bit. Basically, all the trees have to die. Except the very central. I mean, we can always plant some more. The good thing about creative is we can do whatever the hell we like. That's kind of the whole point. This is a big ass. You're a bushy old tree, aren't you? Like a 60s tree. Okay, right. Well, all that stuff's going to kind of disappear. We can keep those there. Is it looking a bit more like an island? It is. It needs a bigger bum. It comes in a bit at the hips. A little bit too much for my liking. Just pull this out. You want your islands to be a little curvy, you know? I'm trying desperately to make it not look totally man-made. I'm not sure I'm succeeding, quite frankly. Let's put this into sand instead. Okay. A lot of that plant life is going to fade off over time. Right, I think it's actually... I was about to say maybe we have to deepen it, but it's pretty deep over here. It's not bad. It could be deeper, so... I'm kind of tempted to give this a go. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm definitely going to try it, though. I just want to kind of hollow out. I know, I really like how this looks. It's kind of creepy and dark. But you can still see. So I think, like, imagine you in a little glass tunnel here. What I'm probably going to do is make it actually an underground tunnel with a glass roof. So you're going to kind of be under here. And there'll be a roof over the top that lets you see. And we'll level this whole area here into glass. That's going to be really cool. But you can still see, but it's deep enough that something could have a nice, happy life, you know? And that's what matters as well. You've got to make sure your critters are happy. Maybe extend this bit out a little bit. It's a little bit thin here. You want your creature to be able to shimmy his way through it. I'm not going to force my dinosaurs, well, aquatic creatures, to go on a diet just because I couldn't be bothered making the exhibit a little wider, you know? That just wouldn't be the right thing to do. Tumblr would hate me. Okay. Yeah, it's looking better already. Let's just knock this in here. And he's got some squid to play with. Who doesn't want to play with squid all day? Crazy people, that's who. Crazy people and Nazis, probably. I wish there was like an opposite of this tool, right? This tool is like, it's got this big shape, right? It's saying, yeah, build up, you know, let me build like this massive wall of sand or whatever. Let me destroy a massive wall of sand. That's what I really want to do here. I want to destroy the massive wall of sand. I don't really want to use this axe just because it looks very man-made when you do it, naturally, you know? Although, because of the side bits, it actually looks okay. Oops. There we go. Let's just knock this bit out on the left. So what I'd love from you guys, because I know what I'm doing here, pretty much. I'm just having a good old time building this exhibit. But I don't know how I'm going to do... I need a building idea. I think people did give me one. And I need to go back and check the comments, because you guys have been awesome, as per usual, with helping me out and just giving me things that you guys want to see in the playthrough. And it's the only reason I'm still even going at this point. Might have to get rid of some of this as well. We'll do this while we talk. So I just need to go back and double check, I guess. But if anyone has a suggestion that you maybe missed in the last episode, because I asked my questions at the end of the episode because I'm a freaking idiot. Yeah, so I want buildings. You know, I want stuff other than exhibits, because we can't just have exhibits, because then your park has got no life to it. You know, it's got no soul. It needs other little things to kind of spruce it up. I like the idea of like a security tower. I'm just not sure how I'm going to build it. I've had a little look for towers online, security tower type things, and all of them look like the tower that we made for our first house in the last playthrough. You know, the one that kind of looks like the Firewatch building. They all look like that, like a park ranger building, which isn't really what I'm aiming for when I think about it. So I'm going to have a little think. See what else we can find. Oh my god, my hand hurts. Shut up. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I think in this area is going to be blocked off anyway because it's a little... No, I'd like it to be a ring. Bah! Where's my tool? Where's my tool? No jokes. Let's go over here. Drop back down. Right click there. Set 0. Yeah, you know what? I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to go through that. I mean, you can always go back in and clean up like so. Just get these little side bits. There we go. This bit's big enough. The main bit I'm worried about is here, because this obviously looks like this. Although this is a nice kind of end area, so maybe it could be just a snake. Maybe it doesn't need to cross over here. You know? What I'm gonna do is knock this out a little bit. I want it to feel more like an island. At the moment, it's a little bit close, maybe. So if we just knock this in, that should do that. Where's my bucket of water? Level this out. Lovely jubbly. Is that more what I'm looking for? If I kill this bit a little bit. Ah, sunset. Die tree! Never go in from the top. Let's go in from the top. Lovely, lovely jubbly. I don't know what we're going to put in here. Aquatic creature of some form. I don't think it's going to be a Mosasaurus, because we've kind of had a Mosasaurus. And now that we're playing creative, we can actually recreate the Mosasaurus exhibit from Jurassic World properly. Like, we couldn't do that last time, really. We gave it a go, but that's much better. But it wasn't close enough. I think I'm going to level this. We could actually put a building in the middle of here. That'd be pretty cool. Not sure what. Like a little cafe? Like a little seaside cafe? You get out, you have a picnic, and you watch the aquatic creatures swim around? Something like that? I don't know. I need some ideas for buildings. I want to build some cool stuff that I've not built before. Security bunkers, they're all going to go in. We're going to have a lab. Obviously, you always have a lab. Well, we already kind of have a lab, but I want a bigger lab. I want the biggest lab you've ever goddamn seen. Okay. And somebody had a go at me the other day because I say goddamn. I mean, I can understand. Sort of. But, I mean, no, I don't. No, I do. I completely get it. I'm just not going to stop. Right, there we go. That's gonna, yeah, that's definitely better. We've got a nice island now, and that goes. So what I'm gonna do is probably just block this off underneath here with a layer of sand. I want it to look as natural as possible. I want it to look like a natural border. You know, not something man-made. Go away, little snake. It's my house. Has to look natural from under the water as well. I mean, it could be a little less there, but I need to sneeze and I'm really trying hard not to. Okay, because that still keeps the island nice and intact. That blocks it off there. This area is already blocked off. I'm just going to nip in here and double check. I don't want them to be getting stuck in here, so let's just make sure that is blocked off as well. Make this look a little bit more natural. Follow the existing curvature of the sand. There we go. Right, so that is a completely contained environment. You can't get past this middle bit here. So it's just it's a C shape, kind of more like a U, and that is where our creature is going to live. It's like a heart if you had severe heart issues. So you're going to come around. Where are we? From here. Did that car just rotate? It's pretty much going to be a right turn right now. Meow. It's going to drop down this little road. Drop down to here. I love seeing my little Superman. So you land here, like literally ground floor. You go straight forward on the car. You turn left. Meow. Or I'm thinking about this, right? Because the idea was you turn left, you go around the island, and you come in here, and then you drop. So we're gonna have to get rid of some of this here, which is fine because this opens a bit more space anyway. And I think it's gonna be like a dirt or a dirt tunnel, and you'll just go into the tunnel, into the tunnel, and you're underground. I think once we build, I'm trying to think how this can work. I'm thinking once we build the underground bit, I'm going to have to replace all of the floor with dirt. It can't be sand because it's going to collapse in. No, I'm going to replace it all with glass. I'm just going to replace the entire floor of this right now with glass. And then we can build underneath that without problem. I think. I can't see why that would be an issue. I'm sure it can for a reason. But I'm thinking an entire glass, instead of like a glass bottom boat, a glass bottom exhibit. You know, and you're under the exhibit. It's kind of like a shark tunnel. If the shark tunnel was the ocean and you were under the ocean was made out of glass. I think that's pretty cool. I could be completely wrong. It could be a terrible idea. This does mean this all has to be equal in terms of height, but I don't want it equal in terms of the size. I want it to be mixed and matched, and I'm just going to kind of follow the actual curvature as it stands pretty much right now. I want it to feel natural still, you know? Despite being made out of glass. I think it's going to be cool. I think that's a cool idea. And we can do lots more stuff in the future. This is the great thing about this mode. We aren't limited at all in what we can do. We've got infinite time, we've got infinite eggs. The dreams have too many eggs. Yeah, I like it. So we're going to go... I don't know what type of glass it is. It's just quicker if I hop over here to the exhibit and grab this. I'll work on the road and sort of that kind of stuff before the next episode. And, well, we've got about 10 minutes yet. We can get some stuff done with some clear glass. Let's start replacing the floor. And we need to decide a creature. Let's do that, actually, quickly. Bats? I didn't know there was bats in this game. Oh, no, of course there would be. So let's find some mods. Where are our Modaronis? Modachus? Midachu? Jurassicraft. Dean. All of them have they all been Jurassicraft so far? I don't know. Okay, so in terms of water, not Spinosaurus. A lot of people suggested Spinosaurus. Spinosaurus is being saved because we're going to do like a swamp marsh boat ride for the Spinosaurus. It's going to be awesome. I'm thinking you're going to be in a boat at some point. You get out of the minecart and then like, the minecart stops and it dumps you into a boat, and you're going to go forward. And there's going to be like giant gates in the water, and you'll hit a button on the side and the big gates will open up. I don't know if I can do any of this. The big gates will open up and you'll go through, and it's dark and raining and marshy and stuff at the sides, like little wrecked buildings and stuff like that, and then the Spinosaurus is there going, rah. Anyways, so not yet. Gallimimus, Dilophosaurus, no. Coelacanth, no. Tylosaurus. So these are your options. Tylosaurus. That's it. Wait. Jurassicraft. Okay, so we're looking for... Which one do I usually use? I think I usually use fossils and archaeology. Mosasaurus. Did I miss one already? Because they don't have a syringe or an egg for Mosasaurus. Did I just miss it? Tylosaurus, Mosasaurus. They're the options so far. Now we need to find the other mod. I can do that. I'm good at things. I do things. Props. No. I don't really know what it looks like on this. So what we're going to do, I'm going to click this button here. Item subsets. Mods. Fossil and archaeology. Tylosaurus, Mosasaurus. I don't want to do the Mosasaurus. I think we can do something cooler with that. We've also got... I believe we've got Leopleurodon. Somewhere in here. And... Jurassicraft, I'm so excited. Oh, do we have the Ichthyosaur? I did update the mod, but I feel like it hasn't updated for some reason. Let me go into search. Why don't I have the Ichthyosaurus? Apparently it was in the updated mod. It fixed the bug, apparently. I don't know, maybe it's because of my save. No, that doesn't make sense. I updated LL Library, I updated Fossils and Archaeology. But I don't have the new stuff. Whatever. It's meant to add a turtle as well. Where's my turtle? Can't even do T. Whatever. I think... There's options. Shut up. I'm going to stop talking. It's just... I'm not a fan of that. Don't use gravel. Don't use gravel for anything. Gravel's the worst. Worst thing in the game, gravel. Bar none. Okay, so... I'm going to do most of this on my own, because this isn't going to be the most exciting thing on the planet. The plan is basically to nip down here, like so, and just go... and do this for the entire floor, basically. Go away! There really isn't much else to it. This is the plan right here. And then we can go underneath that, and that's going to look so cool! You look up in the minecart, and it's just the water. And we'll find a way to light it up as well. Maybe we can use some of the... quartz glass we've been using throughout the exhibit so far to make sure it's light enough that you can see, but you can see pretty well anyway, and I think having it a little dark kind of adds to the ambiance. Now what I'm hoping is that my little super builder's wand is going to replace... No. My little super builder wooden axe has the capability of replacing this stuff with clear glass. Let's find out. Set clear glass. If I set glass, it'll do it, but it's the wrong glass. It's this glass. And that's not going to look cool. So that's kind of the issue. I wonder if there's a way to expressly tell it what I'm looking for. Like with an item code, or maybe it's just a name for it that I'm not getting, something like that. I don't really know. About the only idea I've got. This is going to be cool. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really hard to do. I think it's going to take me a while. But my plan is basically do this for the next episode. Like, get the floor done. And then what we can do is start working on the... in the next episode, we'll do the underground tunnel. And... I mean, that should be enough to kind of, like, get us to an exhibit, basically. Shouldn't be much else to it. It might take 3 episodes, this. Or maybe 2.5, and we do a bit of building work towards the end of the next one. Right. Super excited about what my future holds. Replacing... It's not going to take that long. It's going to take long enough. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to try to get the road down here as well, although it is right there, so it's not exactly mass importance. I think Tylosaurus is going to win. Just saying. Also need to plan how we're going to get out of here. Across? Meow. Maybe you don't need to go across. Maybe I can just knock out that island and... No, the island has to be there, because I cannot be bothered wiping that thing for a start. Although... maybe I can be bothered. No, I like the island. It looks cool. We're going to add some stuff. We're going to build it up a little bit more into an actual island. Maybe you don't have to go onto the island. It looks cool. I like that. The island is a little flat, but... it could have a building on it. Onto the island. What I'm thinking instead, right, you go onto the island via there. So let's straight line. Meow. Onto the island. Have a park station. And you start going that way, right? In a diagonal across the islands. That way. And you curve to there, and that's where you drop in, and then you go like that. Meow. And you pop out over there, and that would be a great direction to head in that area over there. That's a really good place for our next exhibits and some buildings and stuff. So all I need to do is decide what I want to put in the middle. That works. That's a good idea. I just won't do the loop anymore. Sorted. I need to talk to you guys. I know you're not there, but I need to talk things out towards the camera in order to, just get it into my head, you know? Okay, cool. Next episode, that will have a glass floor, completely level. What we'll do is we'll build a tunnel. No, we won't. We're going to build the tunnel. Yeah, think about this, because I'm not putting in the tracks yet. We'll just build we're just gonna work on it, right? We're gonna finish it off, hopefully next episode, if not next episode after. Need some ideas for some stuff. I'd love to put a building like there, maybe, or there, or there, or there. You know, I'd like to put some stuff in. Love your suggestions. Let me know what you want to see in the thing. I think saving the Mosasaurus is a good idea, and I don't think we've had a Tylosaurus before, so that'd be pretty cool. That's my personal opinion. Cheers, much love, as always. Bye-bye.